Be ready. 15 seconds. The contention now raised in the present round of proceedings for absorption as assistant teacher in the higher secondary section is strongly refuted by the respondents by pointing out that his engagement as a substitute teacher was only in the pay scale of rupees 1200 2040, which was the scale for the primary teacher. They contend that his claim that he was allowed to take classes for 11 and 12 is unfounded. No doubt, the Central Administrative Tribunal Calcutta bench has recorded that the applicant had functioned as a mathematics teacher for class 11 and 12 as a stopgap measure. This issue, however, need not detain the court any longer, as at no point in the first round of proceedings the appellant made such a claim. The screening committee, having considered him pursuant to the orders of this court, has thought it fit to absorb him only as a primary teacher. The screening committee itself was pursuant to the orders of this court and based on the Master Circular of 29/1/1991, wherein the claims of the candidates like the appellant were examined. The records of his appointment as a substitute teacher admittedly show that he was only appointed as a substitute primary teacher. It is on the completion of 3 months as substitute primary teacher that he acquired temporary status, and on absorption now he became entitled to certain benefits under the circular, which we have elaborated herein above. In the earlier round of proceedings culminating in the order of this court dated 15 to 1996, this issue was never raised. His claim for absorption as an assistant teacher in the higher secondary section is clearly barred by constructive res judicata. Almost 2 centuries ago, in Henderson versus Henderson, the Vice Chancellor Sir James Wigram felicitously puts the principle thus: in trying this question, I believe I state the rule of the court correctly when I say that where a given matter becomes the subject of litigation in and of adjudication by a court of competent jurisdiction, the court requires the parties to that litigation to bring forward their whole case and will not permit the same parties to open the same subject of litigation in respect of matter which might have been brought forward as part of the subject in contest but which was not brought forward earlier. This principle, popularly known as the doctrine of constructive res judicata, based on the might and ought theory, has been recognized by this court in several judgments. In Maharashtra, Vikrikar Karamchari Sangathan versus State of Maharashtra and another, this court held as under. It was then contended on behalf of the appellants that neither the recruitment rules of 1971 nor the seniority rules of 1982 provided for carrying forward the vacancies falling in either category. In the absence of such rules, which specifically provide for carrying forward the vacancies falling in either category, no such carry forward rule could be implied either in the recruitment rules or in the seniority rules. This contention need not detain us any longer because such a contention was available to the appellants in the earlier proceedings, namely transfer application number 820 of 1991, and the same was not put in issue. That not having been done, it must follow that such a contention is barred by the principle of constructive res judicata. Neither the contesting respondents nor the appellants ever raised this contention at any stage of the proceedings in transfer petition number 822 of 1991. It would therefore be too late to raise such a contention when the seniority list has been finalized pursuant to the judgment of Matt Bombay Bench in transfer petition number 822 of 1991. The doctrine itself is based on public policy flowing from the age-old legal maximum which republic state had bounden duty, which means that in the interest of the state there should be an end to litigation and no party ought to be vexed twice in a litigation for one and the same case. The contention raised on behalf of the appellant that he should at least be paid the salary and allowances as paid to the assistant teachers in the higher secondary section for the time he functioned should also fail for the reason as set out herein above. The appellant, however, cannot be denied continuity of service under the Master Circular read with the orders of this court in Srimati J.D. Roy and the order in the appellant's own case, that is CA number 3557 of 1996. This is a fresh cause of action which has arisen in view of his absorption on 2/1/1998 subsequent to the culmination of the earlier round of proceedings. The conduct of the authorities themselves in subjecting the appellant to screening before the screening committee clearly indicates that even they wanted to treat the appellant's case on par with the case of Srimati J.D. Roy and others.